So a big part of a trip to India is just getting there. We left Whitehorse and went down to Vancouver for the night, and then did the short flight, the 5.5 hours or so to New York, and then the long one around to New Delhi. And the map doesn't show the real route we went. We went actually north of Newfoundland and basically just by Greenland and Norway. Coming in, we flew right over the Himalayan mountains and could even see on the map down below us Islamabad. And then next thing you know, we're on our descent into Delhi. And wow, Delhi is an assault on the senses. It is overwhelming in just about every way. And we like to just try and explore our way around and wander and take the local transportation. Anyways, it was an experience, and certainly hope you enjoy it half as much as we did.
So here's the dilemma. Somewhere up there is a subway station. We got to figure out how to get on. You ready to go, G?
Ready to go.
Wish us luck. Okay, so you got to go through a screening every time, and there's a ladies' side and a men's side. And doesn't look too bad. Here goes Gigi, her first ride on the Indian Metro. Maybe. Oh, it's the other side.
Oh, dear.
Victory. Good morning. It must be 6 a.m. We're hearing a Muslim call to prayer. Okay, so we're walking in to get our first look at the Taj Mahal. It's about 6:40 a.m. CGP. Wow. Wow, it really just is that beautiful. The Taj Mahal too. Well, we've been here for 3.5 hours and we just keep wandering around and looking back, and every time we look back it seems to be more majestic. I don't think I've seen a man-made monument on earth as beautiful as this one. It really makes the whole trip worthwhile. And I'm shocked, I'm not usually into man-made monuments. So something totally new to us and a little discomforting was selfies. People asking foreigners to have a selfie taken with them. We eventually did embrace it though and have fun with it. When we were finally able to pry ourselves away from the beautiful Taj Mahal and all the beautiful people that we actually met there and laughed with and had fun with, we took off for our next destination. We wanted to head up to the Punjab area, Amritsar specifically. It's the home not only to the Golden Temple, the most holy shrine in the Sikh world, but also there was a big massacre there in 1919 by the English army at Jallianwala Bagh. I certainly hope I'm saying that right, though I kind of doubt that I am. But anyways, we ended up taking a taxi, 4 of them actually, for the 9-hour trip. The trains would have necessitated a change in busy Delhi. And yeah, the same for flights. And anyways, this was great. We got to see the countryside. We got to chat with people and stop along the way and have a little bite to eat. And I would highly recommend it as a way to travel in India. Of course, we eventually found ourselves, once you're in town, you end up on a tuk-tuk and all that goes with that.
Well, here we go again. We're in a tuk-tuk. So, yeah, I wish us the best. I'm not smart enough to ride in tuk-tuks, I have discovered, but we're just going downtown, so it should just be an easy one. Temple. I don't think you can be in India without being in a tuk-tuk. GGP, your morning vitamin C. How you feeling?
Getting better.
Getting better? This will help you. If this doesn't help you, nothing will. So here we are outside the Golden Temple. It's the most sacred of places for the Sikh religion, and that's our little tag because we had to turn in our shoes because they're not allowed to be in there with shoes on. And we both wore some appropriate attire. And picked up Gigi's stuff there yesterday. She looks lovely. I feel a little more foolish.
And my husband attire. Go this way. There. There you go, dear.
Okay, let's do it.
There were no photographs permitted inside the Golden Temple, of course, but wow, it was incredible. I don't think the pictures would have done it justice. And the Golden Temple is actually gold. They used over 750 kilos, 1,600 pounds of gold in its construction. And anyways, after that, we were off to kind of the, it's called the beating retreat ceremony at the border between India and Pakistan. It was an experience.
So how cool is this? Sometimes you get to sit up front if you ask nicely. Buddy's been singing and dancing since we left. It's actually a lot of fun.
The ceremony was kind of showy. I called it where military meets Hollywood, but hey, whatever works. It does end with the traditional handshake at the end of the day before they close the gates between the two countries. And if that's what it takes to keep the peace, I'm all for it. After our fun and games there, we stopped at a little takeout place that we'd seen on the way home. Bare naked meat, not covered in spice, and beer are two commodities that are really hard to find in Punjab. And this place had both of them, so we thoroughly enjoyed our takeout chicken before getting up in the morning and jumping on an airplane on our way down to the beautiful beaches of Goa. And yes, they are. booking our flights, we noticed that one of the return flights had a stopover in Tokyo with a 16-hour layover there, so we pounced on it. And yeah, after a quick flight back to Delhi, then an overnight flight to Tokyo, we arrived there in the morning. And we did have a day hotel booked, but we hit the ground running and just never stopped. We were seeing just about as much. We stuffed more into that 16 hours than I think you could believe. We arrived back at our room just in time to shower and head to the airport and continue on for our flight to Vancouver. It was fantastic. We will be back.
This is the famous Survivor Crossing Scramble. Whoa! And I'm not sure what time it is here, about 12:31 maybe? Tokyo has the population of Canada in a city. It's unbelievable.